You're absolutely right, Siggy. And in a safety alert now, with these high temperatures and the excessive heat wave warning, people are going to have to change up the routine a little bit when it comes to exercising their pets.
Yeah, you're going to want to get out there very early if you're a human, so your pets are dealing with this heat just as much as you are. And Sophia Lesseos tells us how you can keep your furry friends safe when they are in these triple digits. Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning, Siggy and Jessica. Well, yes, that is completely correct. Pets are actually more affected by the heat than we are, and making sure that they're staying nice and cool and especially hydrated can not only help them, but also help save their lives. With this excessive heat wave, exercising your pets might be a little more difficult than usual.
If you absolutely need to exercise your dog, if your dog is a high energy dog and he won't sleep at night because he just didn't get enough energy and he's going to drive you crazy, or if your routine, you don't want to break that routine, there's some adjustments that you're going to need to make for you and your pet.
With temperatures over 80 degrees, it can affect your pet more than you think.
Your pet cannot sweat. The way they cool themselves down is by panting. Unlike us who can sweat and cool ourselves off that way, they're not capable of doing that. So anything in excess of 80 degrees outside is really hard on your dogs.
Some of the adjustments you might have to make could have you waking up before the sun comes up.
Picking an early morning exercise program, like 4 to 5 a.m. in these heat conditions, is the best time.
When speaking with two dog moms, they told me even when they go outside with their dogs, they try to make sure the dogs still stay cool.
We make sure we have a thermos with ice water in it and their bowl full of water, and sometimes we'll wet our hand and give them a quick swipe and get them nice and moist so that way they stay cool when they're running.
But Cindy Kanzler, the animal control officer for Yakima County Sheriff's Office, tells me right now the best thing to do is keep your animals indoors.
In these temperatures, it's always a recommendation that you keep your pets indoors, keep them in where they can have good access to water, shade. Keeping them in the home in the air conditioning is the best.
When we can't, she has activities indoors. So
we have lots of little tennis balls to throw room to room, and we chase them around, they chase each other around.
For more advice on what kind of activities you can be doing in the heat with your pet and trying to keep them cool, or if they are specifically an outside dog and what type of things you can be doing to keep them cool and hydrated outside, you can head on over to our website, NBCRightNow.com.
And thank you, Sophia. These are some great tips.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they have to cool themselves off differently than humans do, but just curious, can they get heat exhaustion and heat stroke like humans?
Yes, actually, Siggy, they can, and very easily, too. Cindy Kanzler, the animal control officer for Yakima County Sheriff's Office, tell me that dogs are affected by heat way easier, and because they don't sweat and they sweat through their paws, it's actually harder for them to cool off. So if you are seeing your dog act confused, overly panting, having their gums really red, or they just don't seem right to you, they could have heat exhaustion and they're on their way to heat stroke. And Kanzler tells me that to bring them to an animal hospital immediately if you are seeing any of these signs. Again, I will have more tips on how to handle your pets in the heat up on our website, NBCRightNow.com.